Small but very pocketable. Let's take a look at the FeiyuPocket2 from FeiyuTech. I know, we're all thinking it, how good can these cameras really be? But I got to say, what surprised me the most was when I think of these small pocket camera gimbal hybrids, I immediately think travel and vlogs. So to really test it out, I gave it to my friend when we were on a hiking trip, climbing up a glacier. That sounds so freaking dope. But here's the catch, he didn't know anything about filmmaking. And that sounds like a real test to me. So I'm really curious to what you and me are going to be seeing.
It's the coldest hand that run down this land where the ocean lands.
You guys wanted to know a bit more about the camera, so let's address some of your questions. I had to keep this quiet, but now you guys know, let's go over what stood out to me. Now, this thing can record for over 3 hours, that being said, being 190 minutes in 4K 30 frames per second. To me, that's really important because we didn't have to charge it once on that hiking trip. The camera itself, really sturdy. It has an aluminum body with a magnet to the back and a tripod screw on the bottom, which makes for a really interesting combination of mounting this on the go. To vlog with something like this, you know, you really need a wide view. And this 130 degrees wide angle lens, I mean, it just works. Everything is in the frame. Really important to me. To be fair, I also asked myself this question. Why wouldn't you use a phone instead of this, or a GoPro instead? So let's have a look. Let's compare the Feiyu Pocket against a iPhone 12 Pro Max and a GoPro 7. You tell me which one looks best. Now, if you intend to use this for vlogging, you also need to know what it sounds like. So here's me vlogging on a one wheel. Now you're hearing me out of the FeiyuTech Feiyu Pocket. Jeez, what a mouthful. I don't know how it sounds. This is all straight from the camera. Could be noise from the wind, not sure. Then on the other side, now we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. That's what that sounds like on the widest camera that I have. And then now you can hear me on the GoPro Hero 7. So let me know which one of the three was best. Comment section down below. Okay, so let's tie it all together. Pros and cons. Let's start off with the good. The footage for me, and that's really important, it's on par, if not better, as a smartphone camera. And that being said, in 2021, that really means something. Also, it's a compact, separate device from your phone. So that's really handy on an active trip when you're trying not to hold your phone constantly. Or maybe you're already using your phone for something else. Or maybe you just want to save some precious battery life on your smartphone, you know? Number 3, you can get really stable shots and get super creative with the motion lapses and the time lapses, you know, in ways you cannot without having a bulky gimbal attached to your phone or small camera. And for the gram or TikTok creators among us, look at this. You can easily shift between landscape mode and portrait mode. So that's something that's really important nowadays. So if I do have to take like some bad points off it, for example, now I would love to switch quick around, but there's no one button that does that, at least that I know of. So actually, let me do this. So I have to swipe up, swipe right, and then is where we're going. And to do the same, I have to do again up and to the right. That's when we get here. just takes too damn long. And I think this comes down to, all in all, that the UI needs some tinkering to make it look nice and polished. There's a learning curve to finding your settings if you want to be quick. The micro SD card is also exposed all the time. So for me, that raises some safety issues. Definitely when you're in a pretty dusty or a pretty wet environment. But all in all, I still think it's a great little nifty device. Now, before I give you my buyer's recommendation, I just need to show you this clip of my friend. He jumped off the damn cliff, whatever you want to call it. There are some serious G's that this thing has to handle. I mean, just look at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
So that leaves us with who is this for, and I think that's super short and super simple. So either you're like me and you have a big camera, DSLR or mirrorless, and you just want to have fun and have something to play around with, do some behind the scenes footage. That's what this is ideal for. Or you are mainly creating, you know, for the socials, shorts, reels, TikToks, that kind of stuff. You want something lightweight that can follow you anywhere and still have that gimbal, you know, to have something really stable to get along with you. I think that's what mainly is the use case for this camera. Anyway, I'm gonna be practicing the one wheel a little bit more because I feel like I'm gonna fall on my klitse, as they say here in Belgium. Here are 2 videos. I think if you're into creativity and just creating in general, you would love to see both of them. Bye. Okay, let's do this. Fuck, it's hot.